Hi, I'm Shannon. I'm the Relationship Support Manager here at YB Financial Advisory. This video series we're going to be chatting to some of the brokers and team members here at YBFA to find out a bit about what they do in their day-to-day, both in the office and on the road, and how we can help our clients. So we're here today with Barry Haslam, one of our credit brokers here at YB Financial Advisory. Barry is one of our corporate finance experts. Barry, can you tell us a bit about corporate finance?
Yeah, thank you, Shannon. It's a very wide-ranging subject. Corporate finance can embrace acquisitions, mergers, management buyouts, management buy-ins, working capital, cash flow, FX, development, investment. There's many facets that it can include.
So quite a wide range of facilities available.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously you need access to a wide range of diverse lenders, from high street banks all the way down to niche, smaller lenders. All have their different appetites and their different areas of expertise.
So a business looking at corporate finance, what sort of advisors would they be looking for?
I think the type of qualities you would look for in an advisor really is an experienced team. People who've got experience across a wide spectrum of sectors and of banking, of cash flow challenges of the economy. So senior people with banking and finance experience, certainly. The compliance and the KYC element is very, very important because that's increasingly crucial in the modern world. That sectoral knowledge across everything, buy-to-lets, retail, wholesale, manufacturing, transport, all the key sort of sectors. Perhaps a financier with national reach is very, very helpful because the world is shrinking, and overseas trade as well. So a great deal there that you would look for. And
YBFA can offer all of that?
Well, we have a team of 5 brokers led by Paul, and with something like 100 years of banking experience at a mid-market experience level. So yeah, very experienced team, and we can offer a national reach. Between us, we've got sectoral and product experience right across the board. Yeah.
So if someone contacts YBFA, can you talk us through the sort of client journey that they would experience?
Yeah, thank you. It varies. That's often driven by the pace of the nature. If it's a simple, straightforward request, it starts with the information up front, a very quick introduction, preferably face-to-face or Teams or even a phone call. Fair bit of background due diligence would be important, financial history, current trading, future projections, a little bit of background, management fit, because that's very important to lenders. So typically that would be the start of the journey.
Yeah, I think we take our time to get to know our customers before we get to the point of reaching out to lenders.
Yeah, that's a very good point, and that's very, very true. I think you should develop that relationship because finance is about relationships. It's not just about finding the right box and the right finance package and the right structure, the right cash flow. It's about relationships.
So onto the slightly taboo subject of, do we charge for our services, and what does that look like?
Yes, we do. We charge a commission structure, but that comes out of the lender typically. That is disclosed upfront and continually throughout the journey. We are FCA regulated and registered, so it's very, very important that is known to all parties upfront. Mm-hmm. It's very competitive, but we do a great deal of work. We get to understand the need. We get to analyse the time scales. We propose various funders. We liaise with those funders. We hopefully arrange quotations and opportunities for the person looking for the finance. But more importantly, our back office team is also very experienced, and that's unusual for a brokerage. We have a back office team who stay on the journey with the customer. We don't just arrange the finance.
We don't just get the offer letter and disappear. We're there up to the day of completion.
Many brokers do that. YBFA do not. We have a very experienced back office team, of which you are one. And we stay on that journey. We work with valuers, with solicitors, with bankers, with funders, because things can delay, and some of these transactions are time critical. So it's really the whole journey from that initial relationship building, the due diligence, and staying on the journey with the customer as things develop.
Yeah, absolutely. And some deals aren't always simple. Sometimes there's different lines, different facilities in place. Could you sort of give us an example of what that might look like?
Well, many when you're acquiring a business, there can be many moving parts to that business. There can be asset valuations that they can change the shape of the deal. Personal circumstances can change. The economy can change. Things happen in the background. As you know, it's a very volatile world we live in.
Yep.
So you just have to be nimble and accept that there could well be. It's not the delays, it's how you react to those. Yeah. It's keeping close to your customer and working with them, using the back office. It's about communication, really.
Definitely. I think that's one thing we do work on really hard here is our communication, both with each other, with the client, solicitors, we'll talk to accountants, everyone.
I do like the fact that all emails are centrally stored and can't be lost, because sometimes that can be problematic, but the fact that those emails are farmed into a central hub where everybody can see them, except where there's confidentiality, and that can be separated out, of course, and respected.
It gives the ability for another broker or another member of the team to pick a case up where another broker may have had to go on holiday or disappear somewhere.
I get the impression that we're really good at the handover process, because obviously leave and illness from time to time is a human facet, isn't it? Same with customers as well, and that handover is very important, and we're very good at that. Yeah,
we are. I think so too. So Barry, it'd be great to know what sort of deals come across your desk, what your day-to-day looks like here at YBFA.
I'm seeing a lot of acquisition requests at the moment. There's an awful lot of activity, a lot of opportunities, and some of those are driven by negative trading and negative events, but some of those are ageing families and opportunistic. So I tend to focus on trading businesses, particularly the larger trading businesses. A great deal of demand for acquisition finance, and with acquisition finance, the key is leveraging the assets, the stock, the debtors, the cash that's remaining in the business, in what we call the target business. So day to day, I would tend to be working on opportunities like that. Multi-sector, retail, wholesale, manufacturing, care homes, property. So it can be any range of trading businesses. But I'm seeing a lot of acquisitions at the moment, some mergers, some buyouts, some buy-ins, as I noted earlier. So typically on a given day, it's just sitting down and understanding the sort of asset journey of the business, the asset capability of the target business and of the acquirer, because that can be important as well.
So we'd be looking at things like invoice finance, asset finance, or a mixture of those sort of facilities.
That leveraging value out of the debtors book, the age debtor book is important. Often it's at the core. There are certain funders who will go beyond the value of the debtor book as well, using government-backed schemes. Leveraging value out of assets, plant and machinery is very, very important. Stock is obviously a very common one. It's a difficult asset, needs expertise to be able to leverage that. The cash that might remain in the business. You've got the traditional fixed assets as well that you would use, the property as well as the plant and machinery. Often in acquisitions, for example, those do not tend to remain behind, but where they are, they offer great anchor security. So the products tend to be invoice finance, asset finance, supported by government schemes, term debt, working capital facilities, cash flow lens. It's very difficult to paint a generic picture because every deal is different.
Yeah.
The assets are different, the sector's different. The cash cycle is crucial for a business. Seasonality. Businesses often stress in December, in January. Some, though, absolutely thrive because they have a big Christmas trading period and are the opposite of that. So you've got to have a lot of experience to take into account what you're dealing with there.
It's not just the right funding, but it's the right funding at the right time.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be tailor-made as well. So that starts with the relationship, understanding the moving parts, getting a handle on not just the now, but what's happening in the next few months, next 18 months, trying to just keep an eye on the stresses that are in that sector and in other related sectors. For example, a transport company is not just isolated, it's linked to everything that's happening to its own customers. And those customers are affected by global events, geopolitical events. Yeah. So there's an awful lot goes into that package.
Yeah. You really got to know your stuff.
30-odd years as a corporate banker for Barclays, Santander, Standard Chartered, half of that period overseas. You do pick up some experience, and nice to be able to apply that to predominantly Yorkshire-based businesses, but we do have a national reach.
So where are you based, Barry?
I operate in Leeds. I live near Doncaster, so I split my time between the two, but I'm on the road 50% of the time because you can't do everything from Teams or sat at a desk. You have to go and sort of see the factory, see the warehouse, see the development, see the site. So I often get to Hull, to Sheffield, to Leeds, to Nottingham. I was in Blackpool recently. So I do move around, and it's important that you do that.
Yeah, it's important to meet people face to face and see who we're working with.
And team colleagues. We have a buy-to-let customer who we're meeting off-site next week as well. So that's important because my colleague Kate has that expertise.
Yeah, so we do bounce off each other with our different expertise, and acquisition finance can also turn into development finance and a whole range of other
I think that's a very important point, that not all things to all men, if you pardon that. I don't mean that in a misogynistic way, but you can't everybody have all the same expertise. We have asset finance expertise. Paul Grace has a significant amount of expertise, as do I, as does Jack and Jake, of course. Well, you've got a great deal of multifaceted experience there.
So something that might not fall under the corporate finance umbrella, there's always someone else on the team that can assist.
Happy to have that initial conversation. Qualification is important, but putting it in not only with the right lender, but sometimes with the right broker is important. But happy to take anything initially. I do work on larger trading, more complex deals, but happy to talk to anybody about anything very quickly, informally in need.
So we've talked a lot about acquisition finance. What sort of other deals might sort of come across your desk?
Development is quite common. This is where existing trading businesses are looking to raise working capital. That can just be for trading, or they're expanding. They might need working capital to build a warehouse, to acquire more stock because they're growing. Sometimes it might be for negative reasons, like their gross margin is deteriorating. It can be funding for a number of things, yeah.
Barry, thank you for your time today and joining us on our little video here. If someone did want to get in touch about corporate finance or any other finance that YBFA offers, how do we do that?
Our website, obviously, direct mobile number, direct phone line, which everybody else will answer as well, or LinkedIn. I do like LinkedIn. Happy. I get messages continuing on LinkedIn. I'm a bit of a junkie there, day and night. I have a very big LinkedIn profile and a lot of contacts I've built over 25 years. So any of those methods, and we'll quickly set up a face-to-face or a Teams.
Perfect. Thank you, Barry.
Thank you.